Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to show you how to build a Smitty sled. Just like that one. What's good, guys? Today we're going to build a Smitty sled. And I'm not handy at all. Let's see how this turns out. Alright, so last year I bought this Pelican sled. It's super small, and I'm going to have a whole lot more stuff this year. I got my hut, I got an auger, I got my tackle bag with a 7-inch fish finder. So, I'm going to strap this onto some plywood, and on the bottom of that plywood, I'm going to use these. I bought these, as you can see, for 10 bucks at Value Village. I have no idea what I'm doing, but the plan is to drill through the bottom, countersink those screws into a piece of wood, and we'll go from there. Alright, first things first, we got to take off these bindings. It's just 3 screws, it looks like, so we're going to do that to both these. Okay, bindings are off, so the next thing I think we need to do is probably lay these down, figure out where we're going to place our wood. The sled's not very big, and these skis are monstrous. Okay, so I think this basically is what you're going to be looking at. We're going to try and center everything the best we can. I want this to be super simple because, again, I am not very handy. But what I'm going to do is I have a bunch of old 2x4s. You can see them back right there laying on the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 6 inches and I'm just going to cut 4 6-inch pieces off of this. And what that's going to be is going to be the stand-up legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 in each corner, and that's going to stand up 6 inches. So next, I want to make sure that this is fully centered in the middle, just so it's not tilting back or forward too much. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of position this in the center, mark it, and then we'll figure out where to put our 4 pieces there. So that's actually pretty good right there. That's about 20 inches of space on either side of this. I know it's not going to be perfect marking it like this, but it's just a rough idea. Something like that. And then we're going to put wood across them. And that's what the sled's going to sit on. Okay, so what I've done is I've laid the sled beside the skis. And then I've just kind of positioned these pieces of wood under where I think it's going to sit on the crossbars. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure to make sure that they're all at the same area on the ski. And then I will mark it off with a marker and we'll drill some holes. Now, because the front of the ski is curved, I'm actually going to measure from the back up to get where this guy is. Alright, now we got to figure out how to drill holes and get them into these pieces of wood. So what I did was I had the mark on the back and I just transferred it down across the bottom, and then I took my piece of wood, plopped it on there to get an idea of height, and then I just measured 1 inch down, 1 inch there for these 2 little holes. Hopefully you guys can see those, and that is where we're gonna pre-drill our holes through this. I haven't figured out the countersink yet. What I did figure out though is my drill is dead, so we're gonna watch some YouTube videos until this charges. So I don't really have anything to countersink a screw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use this drill bit. It's a little bit big, but basically it's the same size or same diameter as the screw. We'll figure out if it works. Alright, so we'll just start these screws. Plop this piece of wood on and hope it's straight. Well, we got the bottom one on, the bottom screw that is, through the wood. So what I want to do now is I just want to make sure that everything is relatively straight. So I'll just kind of do my best to hold it in place. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. If you know how, please comment down below. Although I really don't plan on making another one of these Smitty sleds. Also, my drill battery died. This drill sucks. Time to get a new one. On the plus side, those countersink, just taking a little big drill bit and just lightly putting it in there. It actually really worked well for that countersink. Alright, so we got both pieces done. So this is it. Two little things, basically, just two little feet on each one. And what I'm hoping to do is just take a piece of wood, lay it on top, and then we'll figure out how wide. I think I want to get it wider than, a little bit wider than I need to be stance-wise on the skis, just to kind of give it that wide base. And I think I want to have the board hang over a little bit, just for some stuff that won't fit in here. Because I mean, once I get my tackle bag in here, it's almost full. So I think what I'm going to do is have a section over here for my ice hut that I can just put on there and strap it down. And then maybe this side for my ice auger. We will see. I think we kind of lucked out actually with the length of this board. This was the leftover board from when I was cutting the feet. And it looks like, I think this is how wide I want to have it. There's enough room over here on either side actually that I can put my tent. My auger won't take up that much room, but it would be nice to have that extra room just in case. Expansion, not to mention, you know, I'm gonna have my cameras. So it'll be nice to have something extra to clamp onto actually too. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that length, cut another board, and then we'll screw it down. So what I'm doing here is I'm just measuring either side to make sure that we have overhang the same on both sides. I'm just gonna pre-drill these holes because I don't want the wood to split when I screw these in. Okay, let's get another piece of wood. Okay, so this is about 48 1/4. We'll do the same on the next board here. The only thing that I should have done, that I'd probably recommend you guys do, is measure the distance between the skis here and in the back. Because now that I've drilled this down, if the back's out, it's probably going to track weird. So the distance at the front's about 18. Yeah, and the distance at the back here is 16 and a half, which means that the skis are going to go like that, right? It looks like I can probably force them out a little bit. All right, so same deal. On the back of this, or on the side I should say, we want our 13 and, what was it, 13 5/8 I think it was, overhang, just to match that side. We'll just double check that. Okay, so we got our overhang. I'm just gonna drill our pilot holes. Now I'm only gonna drill in this one side, because I want to be able to push the other side out so that I get our same distance from the front to the back. So I only got one screw in. I am just gonna double check everything here. All right, so we pushed her out 18 inches at the back here. I'm just gonna make sure that I have my, I think it was 13 5/8 overhang. Okay. We're still roughly at 18 here. So we'll just put in the rest of our screws and then we should be good. Okay, so that's gonna kind of go on like that. Okay, so I was originally going to use the ropes and tie it down onto this so it doesn't fall off. But what I've done instead is I've used this bungee cord that I was using last year to bungee my stuff on here, and I've actually just bungeed it from those ropes all the way underneath the wood, and like it's not coming off. Even if this thing tips over, it's good. Plus it keeps it removable and it doesn't damage this little basket if I want to do anything with it later or sell it or whatever. The ropes itself, I have a little bit extra length so I can tie gear onto it just in case it does flip over. At least I don't lose my gear out of it. Alright, so the next step is we just got to worry about pulling it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these little eyes. I don't know if you guys can see those. It's just these little screw-in eyes. I'm not sure if these are going to be thick enough or if I need to go buy some extras, but I'm going to start it with these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on either side of these pieces of wood so that I can tie some rope to it and give myself a good length to pull it. Well, there you go, guys. I hope this helped you out, gave you some inspiration. If so, please like this video down below. I just stuttered a little bit there, but I'm pretty sure I want you to like it. Like the video, please. Subscribe if you want to see some more. Ring that bell if you want to get notified anytime I have some videos out. I appreciate you guys watching. Have fun with your Smitty Sleds.